Then this is the plant root. You have studied that there is an epidermis. Then epidermis contains root hairs. Then after that there is a cortex. Then after the cortex there should be a endodermis. After that there is a other one what we call pericycle. Then finally there is a xylem and phloem. Okay. Here this is a small diagram for represent the dipole plant root. Okay. Now I am going to draw the large one here. Here the epidermal cells, that is the root hair. After that, then these are the parenchymal cells in cortex. Then next one is the endodermal cells here. And these are the Kaspar strip. Right? Later, there should be pericycle. Finally, there are xylem. Okay. Now here you can observe this is the epidermis. Epidermis. Here the cortex. This is endodermis. Pericycle. This is xylem. Here the soil solution is there. A number of solutes are dissolved in soil solution with water. Here the water, then there are potassium plus, sodium plus, calcium plus 2, sulfate plus minus 2, phosphate. Then these are the ions that dissolve in, mineralized that dissolve in water. Then what is there? Okay. Now first of all, the water should absorb to the epidermis. After that, it passed to the cortex and endodermis. Then finally pericycle and then later xylem. Right? Then this is known as radial transportation of water. Here to here, that means epidermis to xylem, there should be the radial transportation. Radial transportation. Then before radial transportation, water should absorb to the root hairs, that is absorption of water. Absorption of water to the epidermis, epidermal cells for the epidermal cells via root hairs. Then after that, then absorbed water to the epidermis should transport radially towards the xylem, that is radial transportation. Then after gathering water into the xylem, then the water into the xylem of fruit, it should takes to the what we call the leaves in the stem, right? Therefore, the vertical movement should be occur, right? That is known as ascent of cell. එහෙනම් දැන් මෙතෙන් එකතු වෙච්ච වාතර රූට් වලට එකතු වෙච්ච වාතර රූට් එකේ සයිලම් එකට එකතු වෙච්ච වාතර ටික වහන්න ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ. කඳ දිගේ උඩට ගෙනියන්න ඕනේ. That is the vertical movement of water. Right? Now that is known as descent of sand or xylem translocation. Right? Xylem translocation of water. එහෙනම් water ගෙනියන්න ඕන මෙතන ඉඳන් ඉහළට. Right? Therefore, there are several types of mechanisms that can used that we studied earlier, right? Then one is osmosis. Osmosis, right? Diffusion. Then after that, active transportation. Then bulk flow. Right? These are the mechanisms that involve in absorption of water, then radial transportation as well as ascent of sand. Now we are going to study how these mechanisms involve in the transportation of water from the root hairs to the leaves. දැන් අපි කතා කරන්නේ කොහොමද මේ මෙතන ඉඳන් absorb කරනවා ඊට පස්සේ radial transportation එක කරනවා ඊට පස්සේ vertical movements වලින් නැත්නම් vertical transportation එක නැත්නම් ascent of sand වලින් කොහොමද leaves වලට water ගෙනියන්නේ කියලා. Okay, right. Now actually here it is divided movement of water and minerals from the soil solution to the, then after that radial transportation, then apoplast, then radial transportation is there, then finally upward movement of water and minerals in plant. That means upward take of water, then vertical transportation of water through the stem. And first of all, movement of water and minerals from soil solution to plant root. Then first of all, water should be absorbed from the root hairs. Okay. Then there are several minerals are dissolved in water. Therefore, the water potential in water solution, the soil solution, is lower than the water potential in epidermal cells. Right? Therefore, the water potential gradient takes place across the membrane. Here, the cell wall is there. Now, first of all, water absorbed to the cell wall through absorption. This is a imbibitions. First of all, water adsorbed to the cell wall by imbibitions. Now, aggregations of water molecule in the cell wall, the water potential in the cell wall is greater than the water potential inside the cell, because the lot of solutes are dissolving the vacuole inside the cells. Therefore, the water solute potential are higher in cell rather than the solute potential in external soil solution. Therefore, as I told earlier, the water potential gradient takes place across the membrane from soil solution to the protoplast. Now here the water have been adsorbed to the cell wall. Now water potential is great in cell wall. Now the gradient of the cell wall to the protoplast. Now the water enters into the cell by endosmosis through the plasma membrane. That is the type of diffusion that takes place through the plasma membrane. And that is known as osmosis. The type of osmosis actually that is endosmosis. Now endosmosis takes place, water now is inside the root hair cells. Now epidermal cells takes more water. Now what will happen? Water potential gradually increases inside the protoplast of the epidermal cell. Now there is a water deficiency inside the cortical cells rather than the epidermal cells. Right now, look at this. The epidermal cells has a higher water potential than the water potential of the cortical cells. Therefore, water potential gradient occur from epidermis to cortical cells. First of all, water enters into the cell wall of the cortical cells and later enters into the protoplasm through the water potential gradient. Right? Now here, when the water potential inside the cortical cells, uh, the cortical cell A and B, suppose that this is cortical cell A, another one cortical cell B. Now the water potential inside the cortical cell A is greater than the cortical cell B. Right? Therefore, the water potential gradient takes place from A to B. Now water enters into the A from A to B. There are many ways to enter into water from the A to B. Later we are going to study then. Right now, water now is there. Okay. Then this is actually the absorption of water. Now here after absorption there should be pass water from epidermis to the xylem. Now this is radial transportation. Okay. Now as well as now this is those of the mechanism that we discussed are passive transportation. Right? Then we have discussed imbibitions, endosmosis, the diffusion. Right? These are the mechanisms that do not use energy, ATP. Therefore, they are known as passive transportation method. But in the case of active transportation, now here look at this, potassium plus is the concentration of potassium plus is greater than the concentration of concentration of potassium plus inside the epidermis greater than the potassium plus outside the cell or the epidermal cell in soil solution. Now here a lot of potassium plus are there. Right, therefore unable to take potassium plus from the external solution or the soil solution via the osmosis because the concentration gradient has been taken place from epidermal cells to external soil solution. Now what will happen? There should be the method that can be absorbed, but actually the epidermal cells need more potassium. The plant need more potassium or more calcium plus 2 ion. Therefore, plant have to be taken normally potassium plus to the soil solution, but unable to take potassium plus from the soil solution normal by using normal endosmosis because concentration gradient takes place from cells to soil solution. Therefore, there is a method, the type of method that could be by using ATP, potassium plus can be taken from soil solution to the epidermal cells. That is known as active transportation. Therefore, the minerals have been absorbed by the cells by active transportation. Then water by passive transportation. These are the movements of water and minerals right from soil solution to the plant food or the epidermal cells. Okay? හරි ඔය විදිහටයි ඔය ඇදලා ගන්න ඇතුළට. තේරුම් ගත්තද? කීප කාරණේ. Understood that? Oh, nothing. මොකද? කතන්දරේ තේරුණාද කියපේ? Yes, yes, no, no down. පාරක් කියලා දෙන්න. ඔව් චේතනි. හරිද? චේතනි. නදිනි හරි නේද තේරුණාද? මේක කතන්දරේ.
හරි සර් තේරුණා.
අනේ මෙතන මේමයි water potential එක හැම වෙලෙම අපි ස්ටේට් කරන්න ඕනේ ඒක යන water potential gradient එකක් කරා යන කතන්දරය. ඒක අපි ප්‍රශ්නයක් ලියද්දී බලමු. right. Right now the cells near the root tips. The cells near the root tips. මම මේ note එක වයිද ඉන්නේ. The cells near the root tips of the roots are important. Of the roots are important. The cells near the root tips of the roots are important because the cells near the root tips of the roots are important because most of the absorption of water and minerals. Roots are important because most of the absorption of water and minerals occurs there. Water and minerals occurs there. The cells near the root tips of the roots are important because most of the absorption of water and minerals occurs there. In this region, the epidermal cells are permeable. In this region, the epidermal cells are permeable. In this region, the epidermal cells are permeable. The epidermal cells are permeable to water and permeable to water and many are differentiated to root hairs. To water and many are differentiated to root hairs. Many are differentiated into root hairs. Many are differentiated into root hairs. Root hairs account for much of the absorption. Root hairs account for much of the absorption. Root hairs account for much of the absorption of water by roots. By roots. Due to increase in surface area. Due to increase in surface area. Right now, the root hairs absorb the soil solution. The root hairs, the root hairs absorb the soil solution which consists of water molecules and dissolved mineral ions, dissolved mineral ions, dissolved mineral ions that are not bound, that are not bound tightly to soil particles, tightly to soil particles. Next point. The soil solution has a higher water potential. The soil solution has a higher water potential than cells of cells of the epidermis, including including root hairs, the epidermis including root hairs. The soil solution has a higher water potential than cells of the epidermis, including root hairs. Including root hairs. Next point. Therefore, a water potential gradient therefore a water potential gradient water potential gradient exists across the root exists across the root exists across the plasma membrane across the plasma membrane across the plasma membrane from soil solution to from soil solution to from soil solution to epidermal cells. Therefore, water can enter root hair by water can enter root hair through not across the plasma membrane. Therefore, water can enter root root hair across the plasma membrane by osmosis. By osmosis. Osmosis, comma, a passive movement along the concentration gradient. A passive movement along the concentration gradient. Passive movement along the concentration gradient. Right, next point. But in the root hairs, concentration of mineral ions, but in the root hairs, but in the root hairs, concentration of mineral ions is greater than, but in the root hairs, concentration of mineral ions is greater than that of soil solution. That of soil solution. Right, but in the root hairs, concentration of mineral ions is greater than that of soil solution. Right, potassium plus concentration in the root hair is hundreds of times greater than in the soil solution. Right, next, therefore, mineral ions transport occurs against. Therefore, mineral ions transport occurs against. Therefore, mineral ions, transportation of mineral ions occurs against concentration gradient. Occurs against concentration gradient by an active transportation. By an active transportation. Therefore, mineral ions transport occurs against concentration gradient by an active transport. Right here, write down next one. Next subheading, write down mechanism of mineral absorption into root. Mechanism of mineral absorption into root. This one. Mechanism of mineral absorption into root. Right. Mineral ions are absorbed by the plant roots. Mainly, mineral ions are absorbed by the plant roots mainly from the soil solution. From the soil solution. From the soil solution. epidermal cells are permeable to water and epidermal cells are permeable to water and many epidermal cells are modified to form root hairs. Epidermal cells are permeable to water and many epidermal cells are modified to form root hairs. Next. Root hair cells are unicellular structures. Root hair cells are unicellular structures which absorb dissolved mineral ions, which absorb dissolved mineral ions. Epidermal cells are permeable to water and many epidermal cells are modified to form root hairs. Root hair cells are unicellular structures which absorb dissolved mineral ions from the soil solution. Next, soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than that of the cell sap, that of the cell sap, that of the cell sap of root hair cells. Purple color because soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than that of the cell sap of root hair cells.
स्क्रीन शेयर कर लेना है.
क्या करना है? මම ෂෙයා කළා කියලා ඉතින් කියන්නේ. දැන් හරිනේ? මේ mechanism of mineral absorption into root කියන එක පොතේ තියෙනවා. Soil solution has a lower concentration of ions than that of the cell sap of root hair cells. Therefore, absorption takes place against the concentration gradient. Therefore, absorption takes place against the concentration gradient. Therefore, absorption takes place against the concentration gradient. Against the concentration gradient. Against the concentration gradient by using energy. By using energy. That is a method of active transportation. By using energy. Right. Then this is the way of absorption water and minerals into the root hair cells or the epidermis. Now after absorption that the water and minerals should pass the cortical cells and to the endodermis. Right. Then put a star mark and write down here this one. Green color one. The soil solution is also absorbed into hydrophilic walls. The soil solution is also soil solution also not clear one absorbed into hydrophilic walls of the epidermal cells. Absorbed the soil solution is also absorbed into hydrophilic walls of the epidermal cells and passes freely along the walls of the epidermal cells and passes freely along the cell walls and the extracellular spaces into the root cortex. Extracellular spaces into the root cortex. Cell and passes freely along the cell walls and the extracellular spaces into the root cortex. Now here the cells are now and these are the cortical cells. Now water now is in the root epidermal cells. After that it pass to the cell wall, then next to the middle lamella. After that enters into the cell wall of the cortical cells as well as the air spaces inside the cortical cells. Extracellular spaces. මේ වටත් යනවා water. Then fill up water here. මේ වටත් diffusers. Then මෙතන cell wall එක දාන්න පස්සේ then actually there is no plasma membrane. Then after that diffusers into the intercellular air spaces. Now here the water next enters into the cell wall. ඊට පස්සේ මේ air spaces වල තියෙන water ටික දැන් එයා වල ඉන්නේ තියලා තියෙන water. අපි කියන්නේ intercellular air spaces intercellular spaces. මේ spaces වල තියෙන water මෙතෙන් යනවා. Then after that enters into the plasma membrane. Right. Actually now radial transportation takes place. Then ඊළඟ radial transportation එක වෙනවා. First of all, here then there are three methods of radial transportation. Okay, then there are three routes. One is apoplastic routes. Now here look at this. Now the water that is enters into the cell wall of the cortical cells, right, pass through the cell wall of the each and every cells in the cortex. එහෙනම් දැන් cortical cells වල cell wall එකට ඇතුළු ඉච්චේවා cell wall එක දිගේ යනවා. Then they never enters into the cytoplasm or the protoplasm. That is known as apoplastic route. Not only this